Desperate for God to work. Many of us could learn some valuable prayer lessons from our Chinese brothers and sisters. They should inspire us to ask, are we desperate to see the Holy Spirit poured out in our lives and ministries? Are we desperate for personal revival today? Are we desperate enough to step out of our comfortable routine to join our brothers and sisters in prayer? I once heard of a man who asked his pastor what it would take for a true Holy Spirit revival to come upon his life and ministry. His pastor explained that he'd have to baptize him in order to show him. The man thought this was a bit strange, but agreed. In the baptismal tank, the pastor covered the man's nose and gently lowered him under the water. Rather than lifting him back up, the pastor continued to hold him under the water. The man, not sure what was happening, began to struggle a bit, but the pastor's grip was firm. After a few moments, panic seized the man, and thinking that maybe the pastor was trying to drown him, he began to thrash about violently, trying to get free. At this point, the pastor brought him to the surface. Visibly shaken and gasping for breath, the man shouted, "What in the world are you trying to do? Do you want to drown me?" The pastor calmly replied, "When you are as desperate for revival as you were just now for that next breath of air, then the Lord will send revival. We have great zeal when it comes to seeking worldly success and honor. Athletes are applauded for their stamina, and men of influence are esteemed for their perseverance and dedication. But what about our persistence for the pearl of great price? What about our zeal for heavenly treasure? Desires for goodness and true holiness are right so far as they go, but if you stop here, they will avail nothing. Good purposes are right, but will prove of no avail unless resolutely carried out. Most professed Christians have no sense of the spiritual strength they might obtain were they as ambitious, zealous, and persevering to gain a knowledge of divine things as they are to obtain the paltry, perishable things in this life. The masses professing to be Christians have been satisfied to be spiritual dwarfs. Thus many will be lost while hoping and desiring to be Christians, but they made no earnest effort. Therefore they will be weighed in the balances and found wanting. Let us not be weighed in the balances and found wanting. According to Dwight Nelson, pastor of Pioneer Memorial Church, our prayers should be desperate, urgent, and expectant. God delights to honor desperate prayers, especially when His people press together in unity, standing with faith upon His word. Yes, heaven moves when God's people pray.